You know why I'm vacationing in Dubai right now? Because I stopped drowning in RFEs, intake calls, and late night filings. I used to hire freelancers who barely knew what a G28 was. Total chaos. Then I found IMI support, virtual immigration paralegals trained in real case prep, DocketWise, and USCIS workflows. Now my calendar's clean, my clients are happy, and my firm runs while I relax. You can hustle or you can outsource smart. I chose freedom. I chose Emmy support.
Welcome everyone to Immigration Talk Show. I'm Napasa and this is my co-host Sam, and we both welcome you to Daily Immigration Dose. Today is going to be a very interesting session as well. And before we head on with the discussion for today, I have this important disclaimer. And that is by watching our videos, you understand that the information shared, including user comments, is not professional advice. Use at your own risk. Our intention is never to offend, it's just a casual exchange of ideas. And absolutely, friends, you can see that today we are going to be discussing on can a green card marriage get you deported? So feel free to join us. We are live right now on YouTube and also on X. And by the way, you can participate wherever you're watching. Check us out, not just here on YouTube, but also on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and on Instagram. Our handle on YouTube, where you should definitely subscribe, it is at Immigration Talk Show. And yes, today we you can also dial in this number, by the way, which you can see on the screen. And the number is 425-436-6335, and the access code is 988-888. And with that, welcome. I'm totally ready for today's session. And Sam, good to see you today as well. I hope you're ready too.
Absolutely. I'm really excited because it's about, marriage-based green card. So it's about couples, it's about lovers, and this session is going to be very interesting. And also a real case is also here. So friends, stay tuned, watch this session till the end. We are trying our best to simplify this topic as much as possible so that you'll understand each and every part of it. And still, in case if you have any doubt or any query, then please feel free to put them on the comment section and we will definitely take them up. Okay, and with that, friends, before diving into our topic, I think Nipasa, let me go ahead with my news update first, and after that, you can go.
Sure,
Okay,
Sam.
so friends, my news update is about border crackdown pushes migrants into deadly routes. That's right. Since President Trump returned to office, border security has been tightened up, and the number of migrant crossing has also dropped to a 4-year low. But that hasn't stopped people from trying. That's right, because now smugglers are taking a deadly route, guiding migrants also through dangerous deserts and mountains with nothing but a cell phone and a GPS coordinator. Many cross alone, wearing camouflage and even carpet on their shoes to hide tracks. And this is how the situation is going on. But it's extremely risky. Migrants are getting lost, dehydrated, and even dying in the extreme heat and rough terrain. In Arizona alone, 40 sets of remains have already been found this year. That's right, and some possibly from people who disappeared months ago. And in California's Otay Mountains, migrants have died during storms or were rescued suffering from hypothermia and injury. Smugglers are using teenagers as guides, charging families up to $16,000 and abandoning them mid route. Criminal groups are now even issuing bracelets and coordinates to control the crossing process. In fact, Border Patrol, they are saying that don't take the risk, the routes are deadlier than ever. And the odds of being caught and deported are also high. Migration may never stop, but the path people are being forced to take has never been more dangerous than right now. So this is a very important news and a very risky one too. So, friends, if you think that this news has to be, people should know more about this information, please go ahead. Don't hesitate to share the link of this webinar. And let's help each other. Let's try to inform each other more and more. Now, I think, Napasa, you can also let us know the other very important news update.
Sure thing, Sam. Thank you so much. And the news I want to share is that DHS clarifies that there's no change in immigration crackdown policy. So, despite recent reports and a social media post by President Trump, hitting at a possible shift in immigration enforcement, the Department of Homeland Security, that is DHS, has confirmed no changes have been made to its current policies. And this comes also after the New York Times reported that ICE might scale back workplaces rates, particularly in the industries like meat packaging, farming, hospitality, and restaurants. Well, President Trump further fueled speculation with a statement saying he's heard concerns from business owners about the negative effects of crackdown. But yes, friends, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin, firmly denied any shift. In a statement to NPR, she said, the president has been incredibly clear. Worksite enforcement remains a cornerstone of our efforts, targeting illegal employment networks that undermine American workers. Still, the immigrant advocates across the country remain uneasy, and in Nevada, union leader Ted Papa George, Papa George, warned these crackdowns are disrupting families and communities, many of whom have been living and working in the U.S. for years. Well, nationwide protests erupted over the weekend with demonstrations calling for home human policies and even questioning the administration's enforcement focus, despite promises to only target dangerous criminals. But yes, there has been no changes, and that is what we've got to keep in mind. And the debate, over worksite immigration enforcement is far from over, as both policy and public sentiment continue to clash. So, this was my news update, friends. And for more news like these on US immigration, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. And also, don't forget to check us out. We are on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and on X. Stay connected with us. You don't want to miss out on any of these very important news updates and discussions we have. And please feel free to share our content, especially this discussion we're going to have today, also, with your friends and folks out there who can benefit most by joining us. So, yeah, I think today's topic, can a green card marriage get you deported? It's a very important topic, and we're going to talk about this topic as it affects thousands of couples across the United States. Green card marriages. Many people believe, that marrying like a U.S. citizen is a quick and easy way to get permanent residency. But the truth is, this process is far more complex than it seems. And if it is done in the wrong way, or even if you make an honest mistake, it could lead to serious consequences, including deportation. And today, we are going to talk more about all of these factors, how the system works, what counts as fraud, a real life case that went very, very wrong, and how to protect yourself if you're going through this process. So stay with us. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this whole discussion. And Sam, over to you. If you could tell us really how green card through marriage actually works.
Absolutely. And I think, friends, let's have some background and understand, how does it work? Because now we can see that there's a strict immigration enforcement is happening. And talking about today's topic, I'll say that we can say that love may be blind, but immigration officers are definitely not. So you have to keep it real, you have to keep it legal anyway. Now, talking about how does marriage based green card actually work? Then there are so many couples who fall in love together, and one of them is a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. Then there's a big congratulation to that. That means the immigrant spouse can apply for a green card through marriage. But this isn't Las Vegas. It's not like marry now and get your green card tomorrow. It is not as simple as that. Here, what really happens? So you have to prove firstly that yes, your marriage is a real one, not just a paper marriage. Also, that means how you're going to prove that your marriage is a real one by sharing bills, joint accounts, photos, wedding pictures, text, travel, maybe even who snores louder, or sharing some information that only your spouse can know about the other one. Also, then you have to apply, attend an interview, and convince USCIS that your relationship is the real deal and not a fake one. And if everything checks out, the immigrant spouse gets a green card and eventually a shot at citizenship too. But what if the love story, has some immigration drama? And that's what it's happening in 2025. So the question is that what if you are already out of status? Now, this is something where things get more spicy. Let's say that your visa expired 6 months ago and you're still here. You think that let me marry my partner and apply for a green card because most of the cases we have been seeing that and the problem will be solved. But it's not the way that we always think about. If you're already out of status, that means if your visa is expired or you entered without one, then your case gets riskier. Why? Because if your application is denied, you could be placed into deportation proceedings. Not like go ahead and try for the next time. No, your case directly will be into deportation proceeding. In the past, what used to happen whenever there was a denial just meant, that sorry, go ahead and try again next time, and let's see, maybe next time it can happen. But now it's like you have to pack your bag and get ready for the deportation process. So it's very stricter and very hard right now because this has been changed. And this is a very big update that, according to attorney Abhisha Parekh, there's a policy shift at USCIS that now, if you're out of status and your marriage based green card gets denied, then USCIS may send your case straight to the immigration court. That means no warning, no second chance, no redo, just pack your bags and get ready to deport. It's like, failing your driver's test and being told your car will be towed. So it's becoming very serious, and so many things are happening right now, especially, it's not as simple as how it used to be. So I think Nipasa now, in terms of, how earlier lovers used to be fall in love blindly, now they have to think twice, like how the consequences will be, because if they are looking to apply for a green card, then so many things are going to happen. But if you can also let us know about some marriage fraud and how is it happening and why we should talk about that topic, please go ahead.
Sure, Sam. I mean, yes, we've definitely seen, two people falling in love, getting married, and all of that. But we've also seen two individuals, just coming up with a plan to pretend to be married and, still have their own lives and basically just get that green card. So, what is marriage fraud? I think that is what I wanted to talk about. And if you talk about marriage fraud, what it is and why is it taken so seriously? It's because when marriage fraud happens when someone gets married just to get immigration benefits, not because they're truly in a relationship or in love, even. So, this can take a few different forms. Sometimes people pay someone to marry them, and in other cases both people are in and with a plan and they just go through the motions to trick the system. So there are also situations where one person gets tricked into a marriage they think is real also, but the other person is only in for the green card. So many different sorts of situations when we think about marriage fraud in the United States. And um, let me tell you that no matter what, there are how to say no matter what the type of fraud is, but USCIS treats this as a serious offense, and if they find out, not only will the green card be denied, but the non-citizen can be placed in removal proceedings, which means that they could be deported as well. So, and the U.S. citizen involved can also face legal penalties if, in case, an American is involved in this sort of a situation. Just getting paid, maybe in, who knows, getting paid to give this other person a green card or being tricked even. So
Yeah.
there are chances of legal penalties depending on the situation. And Of course, immigration law sees this as a fraud, and the consequences are real no matter what. You may think you're tricking the system right now. They may go through several different kinds of questions, try to memorize about each other just so that they can crack the interview together. But no, this is all an offense and there are serious consequences. So, these are the different sorts of marriage frauds that have been happening, we've seen in the past. And probably there are people out there who have successfully been in it for so long. But, USCI, I mean, now United States is trying to dig up, and hopefully all sorts of frauds are going to be surfaced and actions are going to be taken as soon as possible. So, that aside, there's also a real case we wanted to share with you folks out there who are watching us right now. But before all of that, I think we really need to take a quick break, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. Check us out on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and on Instagram as well. And yes, don't go anywhere because we'll be right back after this short break with me, Napasa, and Sam here on Daily Immigration Dose on Immigration Talk Show.
You know why I'm vacationing in Dubai right now? Because I stopped drowning in RFEs, intake calls, and late night filings. I used to hire freelancers who barely knew what a G28 was. Total chaos. Then I found IMI support, virtual immigration paralegals trained in real case prep, docket wise, and USCIS workflows. Now my calendar's clean, my clients are happy, and my firm runs while I relax. You can hustle or you can outsource smart. I chose freedom. I chose IMI support.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to Immigration Talk Show. You are watching Daily Immigration Dose, and it's me, Sam, with my co-host Nabasa, and we are having a very important discussion on marriage-based green card. So till now, we have been talking how the process goes, and also what is marriage fraud. And as Napasa, you were mentioning about marriage fraud. I just want to add some points that it's not only about how uh, those fraudsters are going to trick the system, but they're also going to play with their lives, because they're getting married together. So if you're getting married only for the green card, then also you're ruining your relationship too, because that also plays a very important part of your life, right? If you're getting a green card or getting the benefits of USA, that's okay. But also having a good relation with your spouse matters a lot for your peace of mind. And imagine, people do that. So I think, friends, to make you understand, I have a very important case study to showcase in front of you. And with that, you'll understand how people try to trick the system, and what are the consequences of that. So let me take you inside. There's a real story of Akash Prakash Makwana, who's a 29-year-old man and who found himself at the center of a major immigration fraud case. So let's understand how it all started. So Makwana came to the United States in November 2019 on a J1 visa. And that was a temporary visa, typically given for training or hospitality jobs. And he was legally in the country at that time when he came. But then his visa got expired just 1 year later in November 2020. And instead of going back to his hometown or changing his visa status legally, he stayed back unlawfully. That means he overstayed. And how was the plan was that now Mekwana knew he was out of status and at risk of being deported. So in August 2021, what happened? He made a desperate move because he wanted to stay in the US anyhow and he didn't want to go back to his home country. So what he did, he agreed to pay $10,000 to a US citizen, and that US citizen was a woman, so that they can marry together, have this marriage based green card, and can continue living in the US and enjoy the perks of being there. So the question is that why did he do that? So he could apply for a green card and try to fix his immigration status. So this was the reason. This was a very, I'll say, a very different reason that most of our viewers won't be expecting. But this is how this person have taken it. And you know what about the cover up and faking a life together? That getting married alone, doesn't get you a green card. But if you have to prove the marriage is real, that you live together, share expenses, have a life together. And what did Makwana do right now is that he created fake documents to make it look like he and his new wife are living together and having a great relation. Also, he forged a lease agreement with both of their names on it. He added her name to his utility bills and bank accounts too. Now, he was collecting all the proofs in such a great way where there wasn't any a chance to have a suspicion about him. He was having all the bank accounts, details, and having personal information and everything, right? But here's the big one that he also forged the property manager's signature on official documents. And that last step got him into even more trouble. That's right, because he was charged with aggravated identity theft, which is a serious federal crime. And you know how was the steps that was taken by the system? The US immigration system does not take fraud lightly, absolutely, and Makwana was caught, and in May 2025 he pleaded guilty in court, and now he is facing a huge consequences. Right now it's the time in federal prison. It's also deportation after serving his sentence, and right now he's also having a lifetime ban on ever and re-entering to the USA. So I think this wasn't just a small lie in Nepasa, it was also, full-blown fraud operation. And it also backfired to him completely. So the case that we went right now of Makwana, how he tried to cheat the system, but in the end, it anyhow costed him his freedom, his future in the US, and of course his credibility. So it's very bad, it's very sad that how people are, just like destroying their life. It's just for the sake of getting the green card. So it's very bad, and friends, you can also see what consequences this person has faced. So right now, Nepasa, it's very important for our viewers to understand what are the right steps, and how they can try to make them aware about these types of situations. So please go ahead and let us know about that.
Sure, Sam. And like you said, I mean, it's just for a green card. I wouldn't say just for a green card. I know a green card is very important for many of the
Mhm.
folks out there. But, why destroy your life? Who are you trying to fool? I mean, imagine being caught. Your whole life, your whole peace in your life would be destroyed. You would either be paying hefty fines or spending a lifetime, behind the bars. It's going to be crazy. So, no matter what, do not try to fool anyone. Stay away from fraudulent activities and choose the right path always. I think honesty is the only way to stay safe no matter where you are. So yeah, and coming back to the points I wanted to share, what you need to do to stay safe is, you know applying for a green card through marriage. I think the most important thing is be honest,
Yeah.
and make sure that your relationship is real and that you have solid proof to show USCIS. And if you're unsure, it's always smart to talk to an immigration lawyer before filling anything. Get help. That's why experts are there.
Mhm.
You may have confusions, you may have doubts you want to clear off. So, I mean, again and again, question 100 times if required, before you take those next big steps. And another key point I wanted to share is that if you're out of status, meaning your visa has expired or you never had one, maybe a denied green card application could now lead straight to immigration court as well. So, in the
True.
past, people could often just reapply, but now USCIS is cracking down, and they can send your case to ICE as well, the enforcement agency, and
Mhm.
that can really mean that removal proceedings can occur as well. So, even President Trump's administration had pushed for tighter rules, on marriage fraud, and those rules are still in place. So do not try to handle this alone, or cut corners. Get help, follow the law, and make sure that your paperwork is airtight. Um, in
Yeah.
every corner. Okay, and all the best. I think that's the only thing I can say. Be honest, consult an immigration attorney, go through the right steps, and get all your documents straight and right, and try not to fool anyone. I mean, this life is too short and too beautiful to just destroy it for um, a green card based on a fraud marriage. So fall in love, I think that's even better. And yeah, that's all I wanted to share. And
Yeah,
we do
that's
have,
right.
yeah,
Mhm.
uh, comments I can see. So Sam, would
Yeah.
you like to some?
Sure. And let me go ahead with Sunita's comment. So, hi, Sunita. And thank you so much for your comment. And I think we are going to take up your comment. But Samantha, please stay tuned. And Lala Brown, also stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We are just coming back after a short and a quick break. Till then, it's me, Sam, with my co host Nipasa. And we are having a great discussion on the topic. So, keep watching Immigration Talk Show and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You know why I'm vacationing in Dubai right now? Because I stopped drowning in RFEs, intake calls, and late night filings. I used to hire freelancers who barely knew what a G28 was. Total chaos. Then I found IMI support, virtual immigration paralegals trained in real case prep, docket wise, and USCIS workflows. Now my calendar's clean, my clients are happy, and my firm runs while I relax. You can hustle or you can outsource smart. I chose freedom. I chose IMI support.
Welcome back, everyone, to Immigration Talk Show. You're watching Daily Immigration Dose. I'm Napasa, and this is my co-host Sam. Well, it has been a great discussion so far, you know, on this topic that you can see, friends. And before the break, we were telling you that we are going to be taking up comments. Today, we discussed upon can a green card marriage get you deported? So lovely to see all these folks who have participated with your comments. And Sam, go ahead, please take up the comments.
Sure. Thank you so much, Sunita, for your participation. And let's see what you are saying. You are saying that foreign students will be required to unlock their social media profiles to allow US diplomats to review their online activity before receiving educational and exchange visas, the State Department has announced. And those who fail to do so will be suspected of hiding that activity from US officials. That's right, Sunita. And, this is the topic. I mean, we have talked about this content earlier in our daily immigration dose. And we have done so many webinars on this. So I think there we have covered a lot. You can go ahead, watch those sessions as well. And thank you so much for bringing this point up. And right now, we can just suggest, instead of being diplomatic, it's better to just stay a little calm. Don't try to react on those posts that may make you in trouble. So it's better to keep your things little private, stay calm and stay informed, most importantly. And for that, I'll suggest don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show. Okay, and Lala Brown is also here, so I think Napasa, you can go with him.
Sure. Lala is asking, what are the US doing with the things of the deported, like cars and household items? Well, I think if they will still have, families or friends to take care, I'm sure that, they might have to be taken first by the friends and immediate family at least, or the best of friends. I'm not very sure, so let me try not to say too much, but definitely I think, I mean, that is what is coming to my mind right now. So, anything you want to add, Sam?
Well, I wish I would have added a lot, but I'm so sorry, Lala. I don't have much idea about it. But don't worry. Tomorrow also we are going to have daily immigration dose. We will take up this question and we'll try our best to provide you the answer. So go ahead and don't also forget to hit the bell icon. And tomorrow when we are going to come live, you'll be notified and hope to see you tomorrow also on our show. Okay, let me go ahead with Samantha's comment. So Samantha has a lot to say, and Samantha is saying getting married just to receive immigration benefits is a crime and can lead to deportation, arrest, and substantial fines. USCIS immigration attorneys are seeing more rigorous questioning and document checks, especially in consular interviews for spouses applying from outside the US. For applicants already in the country, the USCIS is reportedly reviewing adjustment of status requests more closely. That's right, and that's very well put up, Samantha. Thank you so much for this detailed explanation. I wish you could have joined us by dialing up this number with the access code and have a direct live conversation on the topic. That would be lovely. But no worries, that's okay. And all the pointers you have put up very well. So I think, Jan Apasa, we have covered, all our segments of today's webinar. We have taken all the content. So it was really insightful, and I hope that our viewers are filled with information. So, friends, in case if you think that we have missed any point, or if you want us to add on it, then please go ahead and put them on the comment section. We would love to have your feedback and would love to know more about you. So, I think that's all, and Napasa, let's proceed with our ending session. What say?
Sure, Sam, sure. And I think to conclude, all I can say is the question was, can a green card marriage get you deported? The answer is yes. Because if it is done with dishonesty or without the right legal steps, well, the US immigration system is watching more closely than ever before. And the risks of getting it wrong are higher now than they've been in the past. So, yes, but then also in the other hand, if your marriage is real, your paperwork is honest, and you are with the right legal support, you have the chance of succeeding. So I think don't treat the green card process very lightly. That's all I can say. And whether you're already married or thinking of getting married, know the rules, stay truthful, and get help if you need. And thanks so much, everyone, for joining us here on Daily Immigration Dose. It was lovely having you, and we hope that this really helped clear up some of the confusion around, marriage-based green cards and the frauds that are happening around it. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Our handle is at Immigration Talk Show, and ring that bell icon so that you can join us whenever we have discussions like these. Thank you once again. This is also, by the way, if you want to get in touch with us, you have questions, or you want to suggest any topics of discussion, feel free to connect with us. My number is 408-335-6444, and you can also email me. My NEPA is Sam. My email is nepa@staffingly.com, and you can also email sam@staffingly.com. So this is it for today. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Bye bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care.
You know why I'm vacationing in Dubai right now? Because I stopped drowning in RFEs, intake calls, and late night filings. I used to hire freelancers who barely knew what a G28 was. Total chaos. Then I found Emmy Support, virtual immigration paralegals trained in real case prep, docket wise, and USCIS workflows. Now my calendar's clean, my clients are happy, and my firm runs while I relax. You can hustle or you can outsource smart. I chose freedom. I chose Emmy Support.